I am so glad to be back in San Francisco because that means I'm back at the AMC and I'm very excited for one reason. Well, two reasons. First reason is I refuse to pay for movies full price. So whenever I'm in Toronto, I end up not going to movies unless they're screeners. And that is a little bit entitled for me to say that I don't want to spend money for movies. But like I pay for AMC A-list? Yes, because if I go to at least 9 movies a month, it is under $3 a movie to go. Second reason, I am here to see Superman in IMAX. Hello, David Corenswet. Hello, David Corenswet. I am so excited for this movie. From the trailers, the early reviews, and just the chemistry from the cast, I am so hyped. This movie is going to be so good. And I think after we'll go to Target, maybe see if there's any Superman merch there. Maybe. I think I'll do that. But it is 20 minutes past showtime, so I better get in there. I just got out of the theaters and oh my fucking god, it was perfect. No notes, like it was incredible. I'm having a hard time filming thoughts because the chemistry incredible. It was unapologetically a superhero movie. I love how James Gunn leans into that, those post-credit scenes or like the right before the mid-credit scene. I'm not going to spoil it, but also stay to the end. This movie is comic books and James Gunn really knows how to bring comic book movies to life. I just loved how hopeful it was. He's just kind and wants to save people and that's all he is. And I am obsessed. But let's go to Target and see if there's any cool merch because why not? We are here anyway, so we might as well. Though every scene with Krypto, who is the best, he is the goodest boy. He reminded me of my dog. He was also similarly trained, I would say. Not the most well-behaved, but he had a big heart, and I am so happy. Now, I couldn't find any Superman shirts in the graphic tees, at least on the women's side, but I did find something. It's an F1 t-shirt. It's only $13. I'm going to consider this a win. But now I'm in the toy aisle, and I did spot some action figures, so let's take a look. Oh my god, there is a flying Krypto. He's $29. That's so cute. You have the Luthor Corp Lab. You have the baby. You got Joseph, Krypto, everybody. That's incredible. You have Metamorpho in the DC multiverse figures, a few other DC figures. There is just a regular Superman figure, or these little people. Oh my god, they're so cute. Is there any Lego? Actually, I don't think there's any Lego. I think David Corenswet was like, I really want a Lego of me. And yeah, I agree, because I don't see any Superman Lego. That should be a thing. I do see a Ferrari. Wait, no. We're here for Superman. We're not here for F1, even though that's the only thing that I have got in my hand so far. Honestly, the action figure section of my Target is pretty fucking bare. I don't think we're going to be finding any more Superman other than the stuff on that end cap. Let's give it one more try in the last aisle. We got Uno. Apparently Uno is going to be in Vegas now. We've got some more Wicked, but I think that's it for Target. The Brat Vinyl. No, I'm getting distracted, but it's amazing. Yeah, okay, bye. I am back again for my second movie of the week, and as much as I'd love to see Superman immediately again, I am wearing my F1 t-shirt that I did pick up at Target yesterday, well, in my last clip, because I am finally seeing the F1 movie. I am very excited yet kind of hesitant for this movie. I've gotten into F1 recently, obviously, and I know there are things I'm going to absolutely hate about this movie that aren't realistic, especially because I know the rules of F1 now, so I'm like, that's not gonna happen. I don't think I would cheer for Brad Pitt like being like an oldie. Like, I really love cheering for rookies, so I'm not sure if I'd be his number one fan. But that being said, I want to see all of the drivers and all of the really cool shots for the movie. I feel like I'll get what I wanted out of Mission Impossible, where the stunts outweigh the actual plot of the movie. But for Mission Impossible, obviously that didn't happen. That being said, it's 23 minutes past showtime. I'm always running late, so let's get into that theater.
Indescribable feeling we get.
Okay, I'm out of the theater now for F1, and I loved everything about the production of the movie. Yeah, the car shots were incredible, how they filmed it with real races and with the real drivers and everything. Absolutely loved that. I loved like all of the graphics, overlays. It was really, really cool how they got F1 really into the production of the movie. That being said, I absolutely hated the story. Spoiler alert, Sonny should not have won. I don't think he won any races. They gave him a romance. He has a history of leaving behind women. He continued to do that. He drove recklessly and dangerously. Sure, it added to the story, and yes, there is like a moral ambiguity about having a little bit of cheap tricks in the race, but when it comes to really endangering other people, I can't forgive that. He was mean, he was rude, and in no world I would cheer for Sonny Hayes over Joshua Pierce. Like, why would I cheer for a washed up old white man when Joshua Pierce is right there? Especially when the sport is like not crazy diverse either. So again, in no universe I would cheer for Sonny Hayes to win. Sure, apparently they leave it off with like, oh, I'll win a million more races and JP is going to be the next big guy, and I'd like to believe that, but he just leaves. Like, he learned nothing. Like, he came, he's like, oh, I always wanted to win, I was going to be a winner. He won and then he left. Like, he has no commitment. Like, if he didn't have his big crash out in 1993, I don't think he would have been a winner. I think he's had a bad attitude, and I'm upset by that. And I'm also upset with the FIA because, like, he should have got so many penalties, and what? And the other thing is they severely underutilized the storytelling of practice sessions and qualifying. Like, that could have been really cool. They peppered in some moments where like, oh, like, since we did bad in qualifying, we have extra set of tires and stuff and sabotaging races and all this and that. But like, show us some qualifying. Like, it's not just like, oh, they show up and then they race. There's a lot of drama that could be going down in those practice sessions and qualifying sessions that we're not seeing, that could tell a good part of the story, but we miss all that. I did like JP's relationship with his mom and her being the Rock instead of like a love interest, though I would have loved Simone Ashley. Like, I feel like they would have had a cooler love story than Sonny Hayes. Like, I don't care about that man. He left her too. Like, it would have been a better conclusion, like, okay, JP wins the race, Sonny stays on as like a strategist or something, like he finds the stability and closure in the sport, but he's just wants to race monster trucks in Baja. I don't understand him. But that being said, Simone Ashley, it's actually criminal how they had her fly out, do the entire press tour for half a second cameo. Nothing. They had her film so much. They made her do so many interviews, and for what? That being said, I'm probably gonna give it like a midway rating, like 2.5, and that's all for the production because I hated the story. God, I wish actually no, I think if I would have started watching after I watched the movie, I still would have been pissed off by a lot of things. Maybe not like the no qualifying or practice session drama. Like, that would have been cool. But like the FIA regulations and the driving dirty, I would have never been down for. I would have never been cheering for Sonny Hayes. I am 50-50. And I think I was right in my assessment that it was very much worth watching for the stunts and the cool shots and just the environment and supporting F1 in general. And I didn't like the story, which is miles ahead of Mission Impossible, because I'll be Tom Cruise's biggest hater every single day. But that's my movie of the day. I have another one tomorrow, which I am very excited for. You'll probably know what it is, but I'll leave that for Victoria in the next clip. I feel like I'm in Severance with these vlogs because I keep on waking up and I'm at the AMC. This is my third movie of the week, and I am seeing the Phoenician Scheme. It was like almost out when I was last in San Francisco, like a month and a half ago. I did try like one of their collab ice creams and it was so good. I keep on thinking about it still, but I have no idea what this movie is about at all. I don't think I've seen a Wes Anderson movie unless he did Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I'm not sure if he did Fantastic Mr. Fox. Anyways, that's as close to a Wes Anderson movie that I've ever seen. But tomorrow I am seeing The Materialists, and I have started my period, and I will cry for that. I don't know if I'll cry at this one. Hopefully it's just good vibes while I have my cramps, but it's 20 minutes past showtime, so let's get in there. I'm always late.
Address you wanted? Thanks, MG.
I forgot how much I love weird movies. And yes, I was correct. I double checked. Wes Anderson did do Fantastic Mr. Fox. Like, I really like Yorgos Lanthimos' films, but like this was, why did I ever doubt like Wes Anderson as the guy? Because that was just vibe. Like, the way he does color is like nobody else at all. But like, I liked it. I liked it. I don't quite know what was going on, but like I really liked the vibes. One more movie for the week. I kind of really like how they added an extra movie for the A-list. So I will, I don't know, sever myself back, and next clip I'll be here again. I am back again. My outie, or is it my innie? My movie theater innie is back at the AMC for Materialists. I almost forgot to wear my Pedro Pascal shirt. That didn't happen because obviously I brought the Pedro Pascal shirt for a reason. And technically that reason was Fantastic Four. But why wouldn't I wear it to the Materialists? It is day 2 of my period 2, so I don't know if that's going to make me more or less emotional for this movie. But it's been a long time coming for me to finally see this. Considering the last time I was in Toronto with Liz, she saw it really early for a press screening. All I know is the boys probably don't kiss. And actually, I don't think they kiss at all. And Pedro Pascal doesn't die. But yeah, let's go watch the movie. I liked it. It was kind of weird that it was like marketed as like a rom-com. A lot of people were comparing it to Challengers, hence my comment earlier about like, why didn't they kiss? Obviously they didn't kiss in this story, but I think it left it pretty hopeful. The dating game is very bleak. I'm glad I do not have to deal with that. It seems fucking rough out there. I am so sorry for y'all in the trenches, because that's literally what it is, but there's hope. And I think that's what Celine was getting at the end of the movie. There's hope. You can still find the people that you want to see. A lot of shitty people are out there and you don't know until you are with them. The core of it all, you just need to love each other. But yeah, I think that was a good week of movies. It's Thursday. It resets again tomorrow. I don't know what I'll see next week. Maybe the Smurfs. Probably Superman again. Maybe I'll have more interesting thoughts on that tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Also, I got my first invite to a San Francisco screening next week, so hopefully that's good. But yeah. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you've seen any of these movies and you have opinions about them, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to know. Bye!